Today we're going to talk about reflecting points across the x and y axis. So in this example, it gives you an entire image to flip. We are not going to flip the entire image. However, if you were to flip an entire image, the first step is going to be to identify the key points in the pre-image or whatever's already there. And then you've got two methods that you can use to reflect it over the x and y axis. One is to create an image where each point maintains the same distance from the line of reflection. The line of reflection will be told to you as either the x or the y axis. So I'm going to take this point right up here in my letter F, and it's going to be located at 1, 2, 3, 4 on my x value, and up 1, 2, 3, 4 on my y axis. If I wanted to reflect this point over the y axis, I'm going to use this method of instead finding the opposite. If I'm going to reflect over the y-axis, I can just find the opposite of the x-coordinate. So I can take that ordered pair and say, okay, if that's the case, I'm reflecting it over the y-axis, I need to take the opposite of the x-coordinate. Your y-coordinate will stay the same. So now I'm just going to find the point -4, 1, 2, 3, 4, up 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. If you were then to look at this, both these points have a distance of 4 from my line of reflection, which was my y-axis. Now, if this point was labeled A, I would label the reflected point as A with an apostrophe, or A prime. And that's kind of the notation, the vocabulary that you might hear when you reflect a point. You can even then reflect A prime over the x-axis if you wanted to. And if you did that, since you're going over the x-axis, you want to find the opposite of your y-coordinate. So in this ordered pair for A prime, I'm at -4, 4. If I was trying to reflect it over my x-axis, I would find the opposite of my y-coordinate. So I need to plot the point -4, -4. Over -4, down -4. It's right there, kind of right in the middle. And you could call that A double prime. And now you can see it's diagonal from our original because I reflected it over first the y-axis, and then I took that reflected point and I reflected it over the x-axis. So you could do that all day long. I prefer this method of finding opposites and then locating that new ordered pair. Either one should work for you. Now, just for your reference, you might not see a problem like this. You can also reflect it over any line of reflection. So this line right here is called line y equals 2 because that's at every point along this line, y is equal to 2. And if you were going to reflect any of these points in image F, I would suggest using this method of taking the point, finding the distance, 1, 2, 3, to the line of reflection, and then going that same distance on the opposite side of the line of reflection to find that prime. And again, you can even reflect over this diagonal line. My suggestion for that would be to first reflect over each axis individually. So I can go over 2 to get to my line of reflection, and then I need to actually go down 2. And that's that reflected point over there. So I hope that this kind of showed you how to reflect some points. Always keep in mind that you can just take the opposite of one of the ordered pair coordinates, and that might be a little bit easier for your reflections.